Sometimes the ones who hurt you the most look like they're living their best life right after da. They post glowing selfies da. They laugh with strangers da. They use hashtags like hashtag healing and hashtag peace. But deep down, they're performing da. Not healing, performing. See, karma doesn't hit like thunder. It whispers da. And the first whisper always sounds like pretend joy. You've seen it da. The same person who ghosted you now floods their profile with smiles that don't reach their eyes da. The same one who left you bleeding now acts like they've never been better. But peace doesn't need to be posted da. Only pain does. Look closer da. You'll notice how their glow is louder than usual da. The captions over-explaining da. The eyes not focused da. The energy trying too hard. That's not confidence da. That's desperation in disguise. A wise Stoic never claps back da. He doesn't scroll for revenge da. He doesn't stalk the story da. He simply observes. Because Marcus Aurelius said it best, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. And Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. So when they act unbothered, you don't argue with the performance da. You let them have the spotlight da. Because karma always works backstage da. And the louder they try to prove they're fine, the more the silence after the post haunts them. They lost something real da. They know it da. But they can't say it da. So instead, they pretend they're glowing. Let them da. Because the first true sign that karma is working is this: they feel the emptiness, and try to hide it with noise. Karma doesn't always crash in like a storm da. It starts small da. Like a leak beneath the surface da. You don't notice it, until something important slips through the cracks. At first, they feel fine da. Unbothered da. Free. But slowly, something begins to change. A friend stops replying da. A coworker no longer includes them da. An opportunity vanishes without reason. They call it bad luck. They say, people are acting weird. They joke about the universe being unfair. But the truth is, karma doesn't scream. It subtracts. It takes away the very things they once held carelessly da. Not all at once da. But little by little da. Just enough for them to notice, and then question everything. You were once that person who stayed up late comforting them da. You forgave them too many times da. You fought for them when they stopped fighting for you da. And they laughed da. Mocked da. Called you too much. So you stopped. You didn't slam the door da. You didn't cause a scene da. You just stopped showing up. And at first, they celebrated da. They felt light da. But now? Now they sit in rooms that feel colder da. Talk to people who don't understand them da. Reach for a support that no longer exists. They're starting to feel it, the quiet loss da. Not of a thing da. But of a presence. Of you. And here's the beauty of it: you didn't take revenge da. You didn't curse them da. You just walked away. And karma followed. Because Marcus Aurelius said, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. And now, karma is being what it always is: fair da. Balanced da. And patient. They don't say your name da. Not out loud da. Not in public. But somehow, you're still everywhere. In their captions da. In the vague quotes they post da. In the cryptic Instagram stories with sad music and moody filters. Some people never realize what they had. Not everyone deserves my energy. Protect your peace. At first glance, it seems random da. But you know better da. You know their language. You used to understand their silences better than their words da. Now, those same silences are screaming back at them. This is karma da. It doesn't just show up in life events, it shows up in thoughts da. In the obsession da. In the whispers of regret they can't silence. They scroll through old photos da. They play your songs again da. They pause before falling asleep, because in the stillness, the truth returns. And the truth is, they lost something real da. And no amount of pretending can cover that. They pretend they're healed da. They post pictures with new people da. They look unbothered da. But every quote, every lyric, every motivational post has your shadow behind it. They might say, I'm fine. But karma says otherwise. Because karma doesn't need you to fight. It doesn't need you to post back da. It just needs you to be still. Epictetus once said, if someone speaks ill of you, live so that no one believes it. You don't chase da. You don't explain da. You don't respond. Because to react is to validate da. But to stay silent is to reclaim power. They carry your name quietly now da. Not as a badge, but as a weight. They talk in circles, drop half-truths, paint themselves as the misunderstood hero. But you know the truth, you lived it, you survived it. And now, they're haunted not by your presence, but by your absence. That's the karma. They still carry you, but you don't carry them. At first, they look guarded, They start keeping their circle small, They call it boundaries. They say, I just don't trust people anymore. But it's not wisdom, It's fear. Not the kind of fear that comes from being hurt. The kind that comes from hurting someone, and knowing it. You've seen it happen. They used to laugh freely, They used to open up easily, Now, they flinch when others get too close. Why? Because when someone causes pain they never apologized for, they start to believe that everyone else is just like them. So now they suspect kindness, They question motives, They skin every word like it's a trap. This is karma's most intimate punishment, self-suspicion. It's not loud, It doesn't show up like thunder, It whispers, maybe I'm the problem. Seneca once wrote, he who does wrong rarely trusts anyone else, because he knows what he is capable of. That's the price, Not public shame, Not drama, Just a constant, low hum of doubt. Their conscience has become the warden of their peace, And that peace? Gone. Now, even when someone genuinely cares, they push them away, They don't believe it, They can't. Because somewhere deep down, they know what they did, And they fear it will be done to them. That's how karma works, Not always through events, but through erosion, Quiet, Persistent, Internal. They've lost the one person who truly saw them, you, And now, they can't even see themselves clearly. Let them sit in it, You don't need to rescue them, You don't need to come back to prove not everyone is the same. That's not your role. You gave them grace, They gave you betrayal, Now karma is giving them exactly what they earned, the collapse of self-trust. It starts like a dream. They meet someone new, Charming, Magnetic, Instant chemistry. They think it's fate, They finally found their match. But karma doesn't send soulmates, It sends mirrors. This person? They're not here to heal them, They're here to show them exactly who they've been. At first, it feels amazing, It's fun. Intense. Addictive. But then, the games begin. Messages left on read, Plans cancelled without reason, Hot one day, cold the next. And suddenly, they feel exactly how you felt. Unsure, Unseen, Like they're chasing something real that never arrives. They start overthinking every word, Every pause, Every silence. They try harder, They give more, They beg for clarity, and get confusion. And deep down, a thought starts to rise, this is what I did to someone. They don't say it, They may never say it. But it haunts them, At night, In quiet moments, When the world slows down and the truth gets loud. Marcus Aurelius wrote, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. But the universe doesn't deal in revenge, It deals in balance. It gives them not punishment, but perspective. Now, they cry over someone who couldn't care less, Now, they fight for love that only takes, Now, they understand what it feels like, to give everything and be met with silence. This is karma's final lesson, reflection. They've become the version of you that they once mistreated, And the worst part? They can't escape it, Because now the pain has their face, Their tone, Their pattern. No monster to blame, No one to gaslight, Just themselves, in another body. That's not revenge, That's return. So what do? You don't clap back, You don't celebrate. You simply keep growing. Because karma? It doesn't need your help, It only needs your silence. Your peace, Your clarity, Your refusal to lower yourself ever again. Let them live in the chaos they created, Let them beg someone else for the peace they once had with you. And you rise. Not to get even, but to become untouchable.